Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In the last video, we have discussed how light enables us to see the world around us. We also explained how exactly we locate the position of the object in front of us. If you have not watched it, the link for it is in the description box. Please do watch it. Let us jump into today's discussion. We understood that we need to have a light source which is giving out light, and that light, when it falls on the objects and when that same light gets reflected from the objects, when the reflected light reaches my eye, I happen to see the object. Exactly what is happening in the eye? Basically, the reflected light is being converged on the retina. Basically, on retina, the entire image of the object is formed. So retina has received the light energy. The received light energy is converted into electric impulses. Those electric impulses reaches my brain, and once the electric impulses reaches my brain, I get the perception of vision of the object in front of me. Alright. This we have discussed in the last video. Now the question is, how are we able to see the different colors? Because the same light is falling on the three sides, but one side is looking red, the other side is looking green and blue. What is happening? The explanation is very simple. So the light which is coming out from sun, for that matter, whether it is tube light or even incandescent bulb or LED bulb, whatever it is called white light. It is called white light. Now, what is white light? What is speciality of white light? So white light consists of all colors. We know Vibgyor. Of course, there are infinite number of unique colors. However, there are basically 7 shades, majorly 7 shades: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Now, when white light is falling on a particular surface, it means that all colors are actually falling on the front surface. Okay, so but what it does is, the front surface which is appearing to be red, what happens there is all the colors except red are absorbed. So when white light is falling on the surface, all colors except red are absorbed. Only red light gets reflected. Now my eye receives only red light. That's why I see the front face to be in red. Similarly, what is a blue surface or a blue object? Blue object absorbs all other colors and it only reflects blue colored light. Okay. Similarly, green object is that object which absorbs all other colors. It only reflects green color. That is basically green object. Very nice. Simple. However, you have to think little carefully. I am saying red light, yellow light, blue light, etc. If light itself is invisible, where are these colors coming from? Okay, let us discuss that. Let us understand clearly. What is light? Light is basically an electromagnetic wave. What is a wave? Wave is a phenomena in which energy is transmitted from one place to other place in space without actual transportation of mass. So energy is being propagated without any mass transportation. Okay. Basically, energy propagation is basically wave. Now, what is an electromagnetic wave? Electromagnetic wave is a wave in which the energy transfer is taking place because of electric and magnetic fields. Very nice. Now, are all electromagnetic waves light? No. Only the visible range of electromagnetic waves are actually light. Okay. So actually, if you see electromagnetic waves, there are so many types of electromagnetic waves, within which very short range is called as visible range, which corresponds to light. So basically, light is nothing but electromagnetic waves whose wavelength ranges from 400 to 700 nanometer. What is this? This is basically wavelength. Every wave has its own wavelength. Okay. Now, if you receive an electromagnetic wave whose wavelength is 400 nanometer, that corresponds to a violet color. And if you receive an electromagnetic wave whose wavelength is 700 nanometer, this corresponds to red, and in between you have Vibgyor. In between you have other colors. Now you also have electromagnetic waves doesn't mean only light. This is basically called light. This is basically called as light. Then you also have UV rays, you also have X-rays, you also have gamma rays. Okay. Similarly, you have infrared rays, then you have microwaves, you also have radio waves, etc. Radio waves, etc. So it's a wide spectrum of electromagnetic waves which are present, in which your eye is sensitive to this range of electromagnetic waves. Alright, very nice. Now the question is, electromagnetic wave within this visible range also is an electromagnetic wave only. What it has? It has electric field, it has magnetic field. Now, electric field and magnetic field itself do not have any color associated with it. Itself doesn't have any color associated with it. How do I say? If you take a magnet produces its own field of influence. If you bring any iron particle, what happens? That iron particle is attracted by the magnet. Is it not true? So we know that there is magnetic field around the magnet, but it has no color associated with it. Is it not true? Magnet itself may have different colors, but the magnetic field, the region around the magnet, okay, doesn't have any color. Is it not true? So in electromagnetic wave, magnetic field has no color. Electric field also similarly doesn't have any color. Then how is it that an electromagnetic wave with a wavelength 700 nanometer appears to be red? How? So maybe that when the electromagnetic wave reaches my retina, some color mixing is happening? No. Even within the retina, within the eye, if you see, there is no color cartridge kind of system where color mixing is happening. So it's not happening there also. Now somebody may say, maybe when these when this light energy, when it is converted into electric impulses basically means voltage impulses. When it is converted into voltage, maybe that is the time colors come into picture. The answer is no for that also, because voltages and currents, it doesn't have any color associated with it. Hey God, what is happening? How is it that 700 nanometer electromagnetic wave is appearing to be red? Why? I know how, in between somewhere 500 nanometer is basically corresponds to yellow. Okay. How are these colors actually manifesting? The answer is our brain. The perception of our brain is designed, the circuitry in the brain is designed in such a way that if you get an electromagnetic wave of wavelength 700 nanometer, it appears to be red in color. And if you get 500 nanometer electromagnetic wave, when it is received by your eye, the decoding mechanism, the perception mechanism within the brain is designed by the creator in such a way that you experience yellow. Okay. So it is a very amazing design of this world that you have a red object. Its property is when white light is falling. White light basically means you have all the frequencies from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. That white light is falling on this object. Now, what is a red object? Red object absorbs all other colors but only reflects red light. Okay. Now, when I say that red light, mind you, you have to be careful. what it is doing is it is reflecting 700 nanometer, 650 to 700 nanometer wavelength range. That the electromagnetic wave itself doesn't have any color, but that light, when it is received by my eye, the decoding mechanism which is placed here by the arrangement of the creator, I get the sensation of red color. What do you understand from this discussion? Many times we say, I'm seeing the world around me, what's the big deal? But my dear friend, in order for us to see the colors the way it is, for us to process all these colors, there is a super powerful processor which is placed within our head. It is designed in such a way that we are all able to see the world for what it is. Have you created that processor which is sitting in your head? What do you think? No, it is gift of God. You may say gift of Mother Nature or whatever. I prefer to use the word God. It is the gift of God by which it has certain powers. It has the decoding mechanism that it is receiving a particular wavelength electromagnetic wave, so it has to get decoded in a particular color. Then you can see the world around. Is it not true? So understand that even the simplest of activities that we are doing, it is not happening automatically. There is such a wonderful design and plan in the world that we live in. So physics is such a beautiful subject wherein we get into the details of how amazing and how wonderful the world is working. Yes, hope you liked this video. Thank you so much. All the best. Take care.